guys, here's Doc's Market Minute for Thursday, September 24th. Okay, here's the S&P 500, and over the last few days what we talked about was this rising pattern, breaking that to the downside. We've done that. We also talked a couple of days ago about the 61.8% fib that goes from this swing from the bottom to the top. If it gets below this level and closes there, then that's significant, because what that shows is that the odds have increased for a retest or perhaps even an undercut of the late August lows. Now, something to keep in mind is how the price action is acting. What you do want to see is you do want to see a gap down to start out the morning. Because what you want to see is the market recover that gap and then head higher for the day. It's more likely to stick with that if you want the price to go up from here. Now, if you want the price to go down, that's great, right? But typically what we find is that in bearish markets like this, we'll see these gaps to the upside, like this, completely faded first thing in the morning. Okay, here's another one. Gap to the upside, starts out strong in the first thing in the morning and then completely obliterated that move. Here's another one. Gap to the upside, completely obliterated that. Yesterday we had the same thing. Gap and some strength in the morning, and then it just gets faded throughout the day. Now, this morning's a little different because we have a gap down to start out the day and is actually fairly weak. We're down about 20 points right now. And that is actually good if you want the market to recover from here. Because the point I'm trying to make is that markets that close strong are the ones that those are the candles that tend to stick. Of course, if the price just keeps on going lower from here, then we know what to think of that, right? Now, if we do get a recovery from here, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. What we can see from that is very often what we'll see is once we blow through that ascending trend line, we'll go some distance to the downside, then bounce back up again, retest this trend line from below, and that's where the ugly stuff starts to really happen. So either way right now, things are not looking good. The probabilities have improved that we will see at some time here fairly soon, we're going to see at least a retest of the late August lows. But watch how the price action acts to understand whether or not the market is still bearish, fading those early gaps to the upside, or whether it's starting to be more bullish, which is seeing those gaps to the downside early and then fading those to the upside. That's it for today's Market Minute. Thanks for listening, folks. We'll see you tomorrow.